What up, YouTube Teamers here. Since this month, I'm doing my reviews for women-based films because of Women History Month. Here's my review for the 1995 film Now and Then. Now, this is a bit of a coming-of-age tale, and it's about these three strong women named Roberta Martin, played by Rosie O'Donnell, Samantha Averson, played by Demi Moore, and Tina Teeny Turcell, played by Melanie Griffin, who ends up returning home to reunite with their childhood friend Christy Dewa Williams, portrayed by Rhea Wilson, and see to the end of her first pregnancy and all, and the life and the four lifelong friends share other memories of their unforgotten summer, uh, and it's you know most of it does flashback to the 70s, and we see like younger versions of them, and the younger versions here are. Now you've got Gary Hoffman, who plays like the younger version of Demi Moore's character Samantha. You had Christina Ricci, who played the younger version of Rosie O'Donnell's character Roberta Martin. Uh, you also had Ashley Ashton Moore, who plays like the younger version of Rhea Wilson's character Chrissy DeWitt. And you have Dora Birch, who played Melanie Griffith, like the younger version of Melanie Griffith's character Tina Teeny Turcell. Sally, Ashley Ashton Moore, who plays Chrissy. Sally, she passed away like in the 2000s. It's a shame too. She passed away way too young. I know she was really good in this film and gone way too soon. Anyway, and I gotta say the flashback stuff is pretty, it's really decent. It ends up being a bit like a coming of age tale, which I thought was really decent. You also had some other interesting supporting players too. Like you actually had Demi Moore's real life daughter, Rumor Willis. I believe this was like her first feature, if I'm not mistaken, and she was like very young when she did this film. Here she actually plays Angela Alverson, who is like the sister of Samantha, who's of course played by like the young version is of course played by Hoffman, while the older version is played by Rumor's real life mother Demi Moore. Anyway, yeah, of course, Rumor Willis, by the way, will later go on to appear in stuff like Empire. I mean, she's not to mention she also is the daughter of Bruce Willis, so there's that too. So she has a bit of family dynamic right there. Anyway, other folks you got in this, you got the late Cloris Leachman popped up as the as Averson's grandmother. Hank Azaria popped up. You had Bonnie Hunt, Janeane Garofalo, Devin Sawa, who ends up being one of the love interests in this. You even had a young Brendan Fraser was in this film. I mean, it's definitely a really solid movie about friendship. About finding yourself in all. I always do love me a good a good female film about female friendship, and this is definitely a really solid one worth checking out. You know, while the adult versions actually all have good chemistry, I really do quite like the chemistry that the younger version that the younger versions share. Neither they were all really solid here. I mean, Christina Ricci, she's been around for a while, I mean, Munster, of course, back in the '90s, she did stuff like Casper, Mermaids. I mean, she's of course like, I guess to say she was childhood star in her own parts, and she was definitely really solid in this film. And the '70s like aspect was really cool. I mean, if you guys have never really seen Now and Then, it is actually it's stars females. It's also directed by a woman. It's directed by this female named, I forgot the director's name, but yeah, it's directed by this director named Leslie Linka Glatter, and she did a really decent job. Demi Moore was one of the producers on this, so it's pretty much not only starring a woman and it's directed by a woman, it also is produced by females. I mean, I guess you can say this movie was a bit ahead of its time. I mean, with like everything going on with the Me Too movement and more female empowerment nowadays, I could totally see this movie being a real big hit in today's society. But that aside, if you guys have never really seen Now and Then, I'm not really sure we could find it nowadays. You can probably find it. Yeah, you can find it on Fandango, Prime, Apple. Not really on like anything such as Netflix or anything like that. But anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever watched the movie Now and Then? If so, what's up? Did you like it? Were you not a fan of it? Were you a fan of it, etc.? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Movie Style.